Alright, hello everyone. So, today we got the Abraham and the Ark of the Covenant, and the ritual of circumcision, and Sophia. So the covenant is the deal that Yahweh made with Abram, where he promised him a child, an heir, that will eventually become Israel. So Abraham is told that the fruits of his life will be countless and of the nature of the stars. The psychic products of his life will be infinite and sidereal. There is an illusion of the transpersonal effects of individuation. The psychic accomplishments of the individual are transferred to the archetypical realm and become permanent contents of this collective psyche. The question for humanity: are we part of something infinite or not? The animals are cut in half, and both parties stand in between the cut halves, and they pass through it too, to symbolize that if what they say is broken, that they will be cut in pieces too. So embedded in the archaic covenant ritual seems to be the Latin idea of reunion or restoration, or restitution, of the primordial state of division. So by passing between the halves of the animals, it symbolizes the restoration of unity, wholeness to the victim. The parties of the covenant are God and humanity. The implication is the ego's lost connection with the self is being restored together with the wholeness of the psyche. In Genesis 16 is where we first learn about circumcision. Once again, this is a covenant that marks that is between God and humanity. The ritual of circumcision was to replace animal and child sacrifices. And according to George Barton, in the beginning, Semitic circumcision was apparently a sacrifice to the goddess of fertility. Whether it was intended to ensure the blessing of the goddess and so to secure a more abundant offspring, or whether it was considered as the sacrifice of a part instead of the whole person, we may not clearly determine. Yahweh had boys sacrifice a part of themselves that the Great Mother used to require as a sacrifice. The patriarchal spirit principle replaces the nature principle of matriarchy as the supreme value. Circumcision is symbolic castration, that is, a sacrifice of original, unregenerated desirousness. Natural libido is turned against itself in allegiance to the spirit. The feminine spirit has been repressed since the beginning of Sumer. What is repressed for a long time will rise, and we are seeing the rise of that feminine spirit, Sophia. So that kind of gives you something to look forward to in the future. We're not quite to Sophia yet, even though Sophia is in this portion, but we are getting there to divine wisdom and the meaning of all that, because that is important, because the feminine spirit is re-emerging. But how do we want it to re-emerge? Do we want it to re-emerge with forgiveness, love, and compassion? I would say so, instead of revenge. So, I hope you enjoyed this. Tomorrow I'm going to be trying to do a poem, so I'll look forward to you then. and have a good day. As always,